Hi, Kendall at ProfessorOak.com here. Whoops, I forgot my hat. I put my hat on. Also, Poketrader Oak in Pokemon Go, and today I'm going to talk about my evolutions and my power-ups and go through my Pokedex. This is going to be a regular feature as I level up as a player and continue to increase the power and CP of my Pokemon. I think it's pretty exciting. Been playing for under a week now, and it's an amazing game, having a great time. And the purpose of this is to let you compare how your Pokemon are doing versus my Pokemon, and help you along, give you some tips, show you how things are going. So here I am, level 16, 13,000 points, well on my way to level 17. I hope to complete that in a couple days and keep on going. And that's actually going to be the way I number these recordings as well. So this will be number 13, and you'll see as the numbers increase that my level's been increasing. So let's get to my Pokedex, show you my Pokemon. Well, let's show you my Pokedex first. Picked up a Squirtle yesterday. It was interesting. It was out in the middle of the woods. It was near water. The phone did not buzz to alert me that it was there. I was walking with my wife, and she glanced at her phone and said, "Hey, there's a Squirtle nearby." Glad I could pick it up. It was really a tense moment. I threw it, caught it into the Pokeball, and the game froze. So I had to exit out, restart, and fortunately it was still there in the second time I caught it. I would have been really upset to have the game freeze on picking up a Squirtle. I was upset, but I was pretty pleased when I managed to pick it up. Alright, so new to the Pokedex. Let's see, I've got a Sandshrew. I've got a Clefairy here. That's nice. I think I picked him up yesterday. Picked up a Vulpix. I've actually got two. It's going to be a while before I can get a Ninetales, though, isn't it? Now, we're going to be adding to this today. I hatched a Diglett. You'll notice that your eggs have different distances, and the level of and the rarity of the Pokemon that you get out of your eggs is going to be dependent on the distance that you've walked to hatch the egg. Picked up a Growlithe and a Mankey, my first fighting Pokemon, and fighting Pokemon are so good against all of those normal type Pokemon that you're picking up out there. I don't know where the Magnemite came from. The seal was again near water, so we have a park near us, my wife and I, and it is just loaded with Scythers, Scythertopia. But if we go walking out in the woods, some hiking trails out there where there are lots of rivers, there we get a lot more of the water Pokemon. We haven't been down to a lakefront where there's a large body of water where I think you'll get more of the Tentacools, the Magikarps, and stuff like that. Right now, the wooded area that we walk tends to have a lot of Crabbies. You can see I've evolved a Kingler out of that. Picked up a Cubone this morning, and a Seadra and a Horsey. I actually picked up this, I think I hatched the Seadra and picked up the Horsey on my walk this morning. I say lots of Scythers, a Vaporeon, and an Ammonite. And we're going to be evolving a high-level Eevee and then evolve that to Ammonite now in just a moment. So I've cleared out most of the excess Pokemon in my game already, and I'm ready to do some evolutions here. We've got two, there's the Squirtle and my Bulbasaur. You can see their levels. Yep, they're pretty clear on the screen there. I don't know how they'll be at the small resolution of YouTube, but we can zoom in on some. Well, interesting thing, so I've been picking up some Caterpies. Here's a Caterpie. He is 114. To give you an idea, the Metapod that I evolved in the previous session was I evolved him to 81. So I am short 6 Poke Candies there of evolving the Metapod into a Butterfree. And I really don't want to evolve one of these Metapods since I already have a Caterpie higher than that. So I'm going to have to be picking up some more to get that high-level Caterpie and evolve him all the way up to the Butterfree. Weedle, there we go. Picked up a 168 Weedle, and I have 119 candies. So I haven't evolved any of those. Let's start with him. That's an awesome Weedle to do some evolutions with. So let's go ahead and evolve him. There's my Kakuna. Excellent. What level is it? Drum roll. 181 Kakuna, very near the top, very close to as high as it can be. That's really exciting. So let's go ahead, and it's only going to take 50 to evolve him. I've got plenty. Let's go ahead and do that and get my first Beedrill. You see the advantage of having those candies available. In the beta version, it was really critical. You were getting 1 candy per capture, 1 candy per release. Now you get 4 for a capture and 1 for a release. So it's still important, but not as critical to save your candies. All right, there's my Beedrill. How exciting is that? What level is he? 555. That's not bad. Let's look at his attacks. Poison Jab 15, Poison Attack, and an Aerial Ace of 25 with 4 bars. I don't know how that's going to compare with other Beedrills I do, but you can see he's very close to being as high level as he can be for my level of play. So that's going to be a good Beedrill, and he's flying, so he's got some good attacks. Pleased with him. All right. Move on up. Now, Pidgeys. I have a 252 level Pidgey. Again, going for the highest value of Pidgeotto is right now is 482. I think I can beat that real easy by evolving that Pidgey. So let's check that out. Okay, he is an astounding Pidgey. And I have 151 candy, so I may not be able to do both evolutions. Let's go ahead and power him and evolve him. Well worth the wait to get him. I don't know if it's picking up the sound from the game or not. That's a good question. Alright, so his level is 480 and requires 50 to evolve him, so let's compare him. No, 482 is still my best. I'm surprised. Alright. Didn't get the best evolution out of that. That happens sometimes. So let's go ahead then and evolve Pidgeotto. Let's see how we do. Starting with a 482 Pidgeotto. And there he is, the beautiful Pidgeot. Awesome in his power. 854, not shabby. I'm still looking to break 1,000. Hopefully I'll break 1,000 here than this. I have 91 candy, so I could actually evolve the other one. Wing Attack and Air Cutter. You know what? Let's do the other one for comparison. Alright, so we've got the 480 now. We've got enough candy to do him. Pidgeotos and Pidgeys are so common, I don't believe I'll have any trouble continuing to build them up and increase their points. Oh, wow, look at him, 851. Okay, so they're pretty close to the top there. And he's Steel Wing for 15 in Aerial Ace. So I got a better evolution on this one, I feel. We can now look at my Pidgeots. 854. 91 hit points. 12 is the Wing Attack, flying. 2 flying attacks. Versus my 851 with a Steel Attack and a Flying Attack. So I think he's the better one. It shows you why it's so important to do multiple evolutions. So in fact, I like him so much. Let's power him up and waste some Stardust. Alright. 878. We can afford to power him up again. Let's power him all the way up. Power him up again. Alright, 931. That's probably as high as he'll go. Yep. So 931, Pidgeot, good bird, good Pokemon. Gonna have some fun with him today. Take him out and knock down some gyms. Alright, so that's 228 Rattata. Are we worth evolving him? Yeah, I got lots of them. Let's go ahead and see what we get. I like Raticates as good gym placeholders to put on gyms. They're not worth much else. Alright. What do we get? 602. See, that's decent. Quick attack normal. Not terribly exciting. Hyper Fang for 35 with 3 bars. That's okay. He's fairly close to being as high as he can be. So he's acceptable. Oh, 243 Spearow. How am I doing in candies there? 81. Could get a good... Yeah, Spearow, Fearow, single evolution. Not as high as he could be. He's about... Looks like he's about 20% off of being max. I think it's worth going just to get the Fearow though. And I have candy, I can power him up. I have found in previous versions that it's not relevant whether you power them up and then evolve them or evolve them and power them up. Either way, you get the same bang for your buck. So I prefer to do the evolution, see what you get, and then decide whether I'm going to save my candies for powering them up if I get a high-powered one. See, he's about at the same place. His bar is right at the same place. 629. Peck and Twister. I'm not terribly excited about those attacks. So I'm not going to power him up. That's one reason not to power them up before you evolve them. Wait to see what you get. See what their attacks are. Get the attacks you want, then power them up. Picked up some Nidorans. Male, female, Vulpix. Okay, I think I'm ready to do a Zubat too. 245. Yep, I am. Should probably have had my lucky Aegon so that I was getting double the value for these evolutions. But you didn't think of that at the time. There we go. New Pokemon in the Pokédex. 748. I'm liking that. Let's see his text. Bite 6. Air Cutter 25. The question is going to be, is he going to be a faster attacker? Time will tell, and I don't have an answer yet. I know Jolteons are supposed to be one of the fastest Pokemon, and they have weak attacks. So whether or not you evolve and get a Jolteon is a good thing or a bad thing, I think that's up for discussion and debate right now. Of course, Golbats are really fast attackers, but whether or not they've brought that characteristic in the game remains to be seen. And it seems to be the percentage of full power seems to stay consistent. It was a lot more random in the beta version, so it's good to see that what it is what you get. Or what you see is what you get? Could be. Alright. Oddish, 479. That's an awesome Oddish. How is he doing? Yeah, he's like 90% there. Tempting to wait, because it's going to take me a lot more Oddish before I'm going to be able to go to Vileplume. And by that level, I'm going to be getting bigger Oddishes, so I am going to pass on going to Gloom with him. I have a Gloom, and he's a crappy one. So I don't need him for the Pokédex. I don't think Venonat is ready yet. 41, no, short some candy there. Nice, 341 Psyduck. Short some candy there. I think I'm probably done here. Yeah. I did Krabby to Kingler. I was really not pleased with the Kingler. Alright, I've got, like I said, Scythers are really popular around here. Oh, my screen is frozen. What's up with that? There we go. Sorry about that. There's a nice Scyther at 742. Steel Wing 15, Exciser 30. Good strong attacks. I don't know why Scythers are weak, though. They're weak to flying, obviously, and fire. Bug is also weak to something else. You'll have to help me on that one. I have to learn that one. But let's power him up since he can't evolve. I caught a 601. That was a tough catch. You'll find that out as the Pokemon get higher level. They're harder to catch. Duh. But continue to power him up. Put him on my team. Lots of candy to power him up with. You also notice that it takes more candy to power them up the higher level they get. So he's taking 2 candy, but at some point he'll go up to 3 or more. Sucking up that candy there. Eating them lollipops. Can we break that magic number? Oh, I have an Eevee to evolve here to finish us off again. Alright, so too low to power him up, so that's where he's going to sit. There we go. Now I have a 432 Eevee. He's close to being as high as he can be, but before I do him, let me look at my 959 Vaporeon. Okay, so that tells me I've got lots of room to improve here, so that's exciting. Let's 25 candy to evolve my Eevee. Let's see what I get. Yeah, let's do it. Vaporeons are awesome, but I need a Jolteon and a Flareon to complete my set. Get that screen refreshing. Damn. Jolteon. Interesting. So he's not going to be as strong. $877. See, his Thundershock is 5. And I haven't seen them with a strong attack yet. I'll have to keep doing that. We'll see what happens. But discharge at 40 is good and 3 bars. I just hope they built speed into the game. And we'll see. There's a Jolteon for you, and a very nice one at that. Alright, and finally, my screen is updating, I've got an Ammonite. Picked up 2 of those and have 64 candy. Must have hatched them from eggs. It's the only way you're going to get that much candy from them. But, so, let's do him. My screen is not updating. Apologize for all that. I'm looking at the phone and not at my screen. Alright, Omastar. Sweet. Show me some stats, baby. No. So 677. Rock throw, a rock type attack, and a water type attack. I'm pleased with that. Definitely the rock throw for birds. And he's a water type, rock water type. Okay. He's not bad. Let's power him up. Power him up or save the candy. Oh, that's so hard to decide. I'm going to opt for saving the candy. All right. Well, there's my Pokédex. there are my Pokemon and my evolutions. I'll be back when I've done some more Pokemon Go. See you later.